unveiling the hidden corners of human heritage. What if the stories of our ancestors weren't entirely lost, but merely hidden, waiting for us to rediscover them? Across vast deserts, dense jungles, crumbling ruins, and the fibers of ancient traditions lies the collective narrative of human existence. Yet not all chapters were carefully preserved. Today we embark on a mysterious journey to uncover the corners of history that time has obscured. What marks did forgotten civilizations etch into the sands of time? What intricate traditions bind us to those who walked the earth centuries ago? And how do modern advances allow us to piece together the puzzle of our shared heritage? Let us begin. Not all stories make it into history books. Some remain buried, hidden, forgotten, or erased by time. Imagine strolling through what was once a thriving ancient city, now crushed beneath centuries of soil and brush. Structures rise like skeletons of their former selves, whispering of a shadowed past. Take, for example, the enigmatic city of Machu Picchu, perched high in the Andes Mountains. For centuries after the fall of the Incan Empire, its beauty was concealed under dense vegetation. How did this architectural wonder survive the test of time, yet escape the eyes of conquerors? Or consider Angkor Wat, the sprawling temple complex swallowed by the encroaching jungles of Cambodia. These are but two examples of ancient civilizations that thrived and vanished, testimonies to human ingenuity, yet mysteries without definitive answers. Some of these losses are deliberate, a consequence of war, colonization, or shifts in power. The Indus Valley civilization, with its sophisticated urban planning, remains one of history's greatest puzzles. Despite evidence of their advanced culture, their language remains undeciphered and the reasons for their decline unclear. Yet the earth holds on to these secrets, beckoning curiosity. Each excavation site unveils fragments of our distant past, pottery shards, buried structures, skeletons of rulers, and tools of survival. These remnants offer clues, but the picture they form is incomplete. What else lies waiting, just below the surface, for someone to ask the right questions and dig deep enough? While ruins and artifacts give us material fragments of history, traditions, and cultural practices offer us a more intimate glimpse into the hearts of those who came before. The customs of ancient peoples often persist in less tangible but deeply meaningful ways. Consider the beadwork of South Africa's Ndebele women, where vivid colors and geometric shapes tell stories of marriage, transition, and social standing. Or the oral tales of indigenous tribes across the Americas, where myth and history often blend seamlessly. These oral traditions are not just entertainment, they are repositories of ancestral wisdom, explanations of natural phenomena, and blueprints for living in harmony with the earth. The Ainu, an indigenous people of Japan, reflect their deep respect for nature through ritual songs, dances, and intricate embroidery. These crafts and customs survive as acts of reverence for their ancestors and the natural world. Yet countless traditions teeter on the edge of extinction, further eroding humanity's shared history. The introduction of written language in modern times relegated oral histories to the margins, causing many to fade from memory. Still, efforts are being made to revive endangered traditions through workshops, language revitalization programs, and cultural preservation initiatives. As we examine these stories, it becomes clear that traditions connect the ancient with the modern. They exist as proof that the cultural practices of today are echoes of those who lived centuries before. The beats of traditional drums, the patterns in woven fabrics, even celebrations such as harvest festivals create bridges between the ages, and as we preserve these practices, we keep their stories alive. To truly understand the past, we must venture even further back, thousands and even millions of years to the very origins of humanity. This is where modern science provides us with new tools to uncover mysteries written not in stone, but in our very DNA. Thanks to genetic research, we now know that all humans share a common ancestor in Africa. This realization forms the foundation of the out of Africa theory, the migration of early humans from the African continent to other parts of the world, where they adapted to different environments. These movements not only shaped individual populations, but built a complex web of interconnection that influences us to this day. What is perhaps more fascinating is how our DNA can still reveal hidden stories. For instance, isolated populations such as those in Oceania show unexpected lineage links to distant ancestors, bridging what may have seemed like disconnected histories. These discoveries challenge the narrative of separation, showing that ancient peoples likely interacted and exchanged not only goods, but ideas and innovations. Survival wasn't easy for early humans. The Ice Age presented harsh conditions, yet resilience led them to harness fire, develop tools, and form social bonds. In time, they also turned survival into expression. The first cave paintings, such as those found in Lascaux in France, evoke the human drive to create art and symbolism. This milestone marked the birth of deeper thought, communication, and storytelling. Our ancestors' journeys were fraught with challenges and triumphs. Today, as we decode strands of DNA and piece together migration patterns, the framework of a shared human narrative becomes visible. It's a story not of isolated peoples, but of shared innovation, survival, and exploration across millennia. With each archaeological discovery, oral testimony, or groundbreaking scientific breakthrough, the past becomes clearer. Yet this clarity comes with immense responsibility. As modern societies move forward, we put the legacies of ancient civilizations at risk. Urbanization paves over artifacts. Climate change erodes sacred sites. Conflict destroys priceless heritage. However, all is not lost. In fact, our era is uniquely equipped with the tools to preserve history as never before. High-resolution 3D scanning technology is being used to map ancient ruins like Palmyra in Syria, offering the ability to digitally preserve structures that have since been damaged or destroyed. Artificial intelligence is unlocking previously indecipherable documents and texts, giving us insight into stories we otherwise may have never known. Drones, long a tool for industry, now survey unsheltered deserts and unreachable jungles, uncovering buried towns or forgotten pathways. These advanced technologies are transforming the way we protect history, allowing us to act as not just spectators, but stewards of the past. Alongside technology, communities are taking proactive steps to preserve traditions and cultural expressions. In war-torn regions like Syria, initiatives to protect manuscripts and artifacts serve as acts of resistance, preserving heritage in the face of hardship. Similarly, indigenous communities are reclaiming their languages, oral histories, and sacred rites. It is a race against time, but one filled with hope. By blending modern innovation with cultural memory, we ensure that humanity's roots remain intact, not just for us, but for generations to come. The past is not stagnant. It lives and breathes through the cultures, ruins, artwork, and traditions handed down to us. It connects us to our ancestors and illuminates the path of humanity's ongoing evolution. What we uncover today is not just knowledge. It is a gift, a bridge to understanding who we are and where we come from. We, as stewards of history, carry the responsibility of uncovering and preserving these stories. Each artifact, each folktale, each DNA strand is a puzzle piece of humanity's grand narrative. By understanding, Preserving and sharing these parts of history, we honor the universal threads that link us all. And so the question remains, what will we uncover next? With every chapter rediscovered, we become closer to realizing the truth that has always been at our core, that mankind's story is one great interconnected tapestry of survival, creativity, and spirit. What we uncover today becomes tomorrow's story,